Hey everyone! Today we'll be discussing various differentiation rules. So in the previous video we discussed about what is differentiation, and in this video we'll go through some of the rules of differentiation. Okay, so let's begin. So the first rule of differentiation is the power rule. So these rules are basically how we'll solve the equations or the functions. Okay. Now the first rule is the power rule. So let's take an example. Suppose you have a function fx equals x cube, okay, and you have to differentiate it with respect to x. Now we know that that the sign which is used for differentiation is dash, so this is f dash of x. Okay, now what happens in the power rule? Suppose there's any algebraic expression and you have to differentiate this with respect to x. So what we'll do, we'll just look at the power of the variable. The power here is 3. So what we'll do, we'll shift this 3 and multiply it with x. Okay, we'll shift this 3 and multiply it with x. So what it will become? It will become 3 multiplied by x. Now what will be the power of x? The power of x will be the original power minus 1. Okay, so you have to follow these two steps when we are using the power rule for differentiation or for differentiating any function. Okay, so what will be your answer? Your answer will be 3x square. Okay, now let's take another example. Suppose you have a function as 2x square, okay, and you have to differentiate it with respect to x. So what we'll write? We'll write f dash x is equals to, now what we'll do, we'll look at the exponent of the variable. What is the exponent of the variable? It is 2. So we'll multiply it now with the whole term here, which is 2x. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll write 2 into 2x. Now what will be the power of x? It will be the original power, which is 2 minus 1. So it will be 4x. Okay, so this is the power rule which is used for differentiating any algebraic expression or any function. Okay, now let's look at another rule, which is the constant rule. Now it is a very simple rule. The constant rule says that the differentiation of any constant function is 0. Okay, so you have to remember that the differentiation of any constant function is 0. So that is your differentiation, so that is your constant rule. So whenever you have any number or any expression which is a constant, so the differentiation of that will be equals to 0. Okay, now let's learn the third rule, which is the constant multiple rule. Now what happens in the constant multiple rule? Suppose you have an expression multiplied by a constant. Okay, so let's take fx equals 4x. Suppose this is your function. Fx is equals to 4x. So by using constant multiple rule, and if you have to differentiate this function, so what will happen? We'll take the constant as common, and what we'll do, we'll differentiate x. So you have to differentiate the leftover term. So how you will differentiate x? What will be the differentiation of x? Now let's see. We'll take 4 as common, and the power of x is 1 here, so we'll transfer 1 here, so it will be 1 multiplied by x, 1 minus 1. So what will be the value of this? It will be 1 multiplied by x raised to the power 0. Any number or any variable raised to the power 0 is 1, so your answer will be 4. Okay, so that is your constant multiple rule. It means that when any constant is multiplied by an algebraic expression, we'll take the constant out as common, and then we'll differentiate this expression with the help of power rule. Okay, so these are the first three rules that we have to use, that they come very handy when you are differentiating any function. Okay, so we'll learn about the next rules in our next video. And if you want to join our online community, we have an online community also where we discuss a lot of stuff related to your exams prep and understanding, so that your understanding becomes better. Okay, so the link for that is in the description box. You can see it and you can join it. Okay, have a nice day. Thank you. Bye bye.